What's up? You're on 100 miles or something?
Yeah, how about that? How about you?
Yes, I did too, and I'm feeling it just like you.
Yeah, Bryon Powell of iRunFar with Nick Clark here. You were second yesterday, correct?
Third,
excuse me. Yeah,
I was second for a while. I was first for a while, but yeah. Third.
See, I haven't even caught up on all the action. Megan Hicks was broadcasting on Twitter yesterday for us, but yeah. So, give me the blow-by-blows through your whole day here, because I want to hear. Normally I get to see this stuff, but not yesterday.
Well, the blow-by-blow was so through the snow. It was Jeff, Killian, myself, and Adam Lint. You know, we ran the snow pretty clean. Jeff and Killian got away about halfway through the snow, and then they got off course. Dave caught up to me. You know, we're looking for tracks, no tracks. It's like, all right, so they're off course. And then Dave kind of jammed through the snow. I took a nasty spill on one of those side hills. And then, you know, coming down the 6-minute mile road, things were going well. Into Duncan Canyon, I'm told I'm in first. So Dave got off course as well. And then coming up Duncan Canyon, so it was a pack of 6. So we crossed Duncan on the reroute.
So everybody grouped back up.
Yeah, everybody grouped back up. And then, yeah, on the reroute, we hit a T. So it was a left or a right, and then the right had like a marker, you know, marking as if to say no.
Yeah, but
that had been torn down. So it was just dangling off a tree branch as if to say a right turn. So we made that right all the way up to Mosquito Ridge Road, and figured then that we were off course. So that was probably 15 minutes total. Came all the way back down, got back on the course, got up to Mosquito Ridge, and you know, 4 guys had been through on us. So then it was just you know, a process of catching up to those guys. Caught Jez Bragg on Devil's Thumb. He was the last guy who had gotten through ahead of us. And it was Mike and Killian up Devil's Thumb. They hit that pretty hard. So they probably had 4 or 5 minutes. I think it was 3 or 4 at Devil's Thumb. And then
did it seem like a real break, or were they just going at their own pace?
No. They were just climbing stronger. You know, I probably ran 50% of it. But you know,
of Devil's Thumb.
Of Devil's Thumb. But you know, hiking the steep stuff. And then, you know, coming back down into the next canyon, which is the one that ultimately takes you up to Michigan Bluff, caught back up to Killian and Mike, and Hal was there too, because I had put a bit of a gap on Hal going up Devil's Thumb. So it was the 4 of us down to the bottom there. What's that, Eldorado Canyon?
Eldorado Canyon.
Eldorado, okay. And then going back up, wait, is that the one, then you go up to Michigan Bluff?
Yeah, that's correct.
So Killian again put a couple of minutes on us going up there. Oh no, yeah. And then Mike, you know, I caught him near the top, dropped Hal a bit. Michigan Bluff, I think Killian was still in the aid station as I was coming in. You know, Jez got out in front of us. So he and Killian ran the Forest Hill together. By the time I got there, it was 4 or 5 minutes in third. But I had been running the down stronger than those 2 all day, so I'm like, all right, well, I'll get him on Cal Street. Between Cal 1 and Cal 2 got Jez, and then between Cal 2 and Ford's Bar, I think, got Killian. And you know, I told Nick, my pacer, I was like, all right, man, let's pass, and we're going to pass convincingly. Because you know, I've run with Killian before. You know, last year it was the last 3 miles, it was brutal. I didn't want anything to do with that.
So you wanted to race him for a good 30 mile?
No. I wanted to put a gap on there and try and hold it. But you know, he's such a competitor. You know, he just tucked straight in behind me, and then on the ups, you know, he would kind of take off on me.
Green Gate, how did that go?
So we got down to the river. Killian got in a boat like 20 seconds before me, and like I was just like following his boat across the river. He gets out of the boat. I think he got 2 minutes on me on Green Gate, and then through the next aid station, it was like the gap was the same. And I didn't realize at the time, but Mike and Jez got in the same boat behind me. I thought it was just Jez, because like as I was getting out, there was another boat. The guys were getting into the boat on the other side.
So you had a gap, but you are all still together.
Oh
essentially.
Yeah. Oh like, yeah. So all 4 of us were within 2 or 3 minutes of each
78.
other. But I had no idea that Mike was there, because he had looked horrible at Michigan. So I had, you know, discounted him like he was out of the race.
Yeah.
So, you know, get up to Green Gate, I pick up Jake, my other pacer. you know, and then had a good section to the next aid station.
ALT.
ALT, you know, running some good 8-minute stuff in there. Then ALT to Ford's Bar, you know, we started hearing voices. I'm like, no way, you know, I've been running strong, and get into Ford's Bar, and it's Mike. I'm like, dude, you came back from the dead, and Mike was on a mission, man. He just straight through, and there was no way I was staying with Mike. And, you know, at that point, I told him, it was like 3 minutes to Killian, man, go get it. Yeah, then I started falling apart a bit, and my feet were pretty mashed, and, you know, Jake, you know, he was keeping my head in the game.
Yeah.
You know, just kept nudging me to push, and hold on to third. And that was pretty much it as far as my race was concerned. Got in, and Jez came in 5 minutes behind me. I didn't realize he was that close.
So how much faster than last year? What was your time this year?
15:50. So
and you were 16:10.
5.
Okay.
So 15 minutes quicker. You know, add on 15 for the reroute. So you know, half an hour, I guess, if you want to call it that, but 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're happy with your performance, I'm guessing, or?
Yeah. You know, I came in to win. Obviously, that didn't happen, but.
But do you think you ran a good race? I mean, you can sort of tell. Like, did you run the race you could yesterday?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I was all crampy coming into Duncan Canyon. My stomach was kind of out of kilter, but I was able to, you know, get the system back online. I ate a lot of salt between Duncan and Michigan, and the calories were going in all right all day. Yeah, I mean, last 10 miles, I had nothing left. So but yeah, I mean, I ran the race like, I could.
Any real highlights on the day? Anything that like really stood out?
You know, just a great race. You know, just all that back and forth all day long. You know, it was like, you know, we were racing all day, and it's just fun to be involved with something like that.
Like last year, like there was definitely stories, like especially with Anton, Killian, and Jeff, like where you guys were just together for a stretch of time. There's almost like a bonding that happens.
Right.
I guess the same thing if you're passing the same guys back and forth.
But you know, it was a little different because those guys were like together for especially. You know,
Anton and Killian.
They ran like 80 miles together, like glue. But you know, yesterday was more kind of back and forth. There was a lot of passing going on, and you know, running with guys, running solo, and you know, oh, I'm sixth now. Then you know, I'm in third, and I'm in second, then I'm in first, and I'm in second, then I'm in third. So a lot of that.
Were you kind of surprised that no one like just went and tried? You know, like. People just didn't go way off the front and risk blowing up huge. It seems like everybody ran.
Everybody ran a pretty sensible race, I think. You know, Killian, you know, the way he races, man, like whoever is assuming the lead, he'll just tuck in behind that guy. So, you know, he loves to just kind of draft off people. You know, so as I said, you know, I went by him coming down Cal Street. You know, he had been running the down slower. I made up 5 minutes, and. But yeah, he just tucked straight in behind and waited for the uphills, and then
Pretty smart for a kid, huh?
Yeah, not bad. No, he's such a great competitor and obviously such a great runner. So you know, racing, I was like, yeah, I mean, maybe he implodes, but if not, then he's gonna get this.
So do you think this is your best race you've run?
At Western States, yeah. I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, last 10, like I said, I kind of fell apart a bit, so. You know, I finished races stronger than I did yesterday, so I wouldn't say it's the best race I've ever run, but certainly had a good day.
Nice. Well, I won't ask you about that race that's coming up in 2 weeks, that Hard Rock 100. I'll ask you about that in an email in a couple days.
Yeah, but, give me a couple of days.
Are you looking forward to seeing this almost the same exact crowd out at UTMB?
Yeah, that's going to be
Wolf
amazing.
and Jez and Killian and you and
Killian.
Tsuyoshi, I'm sure will be there.
Right,
Jeff,
Hal going, maybe?
Hal, yeah.
Jeff.
That is, for me, like it's great to have one race where you have all these top, like, the most competitive guys in the world together.
Right.
And then the rematch.
Yeah.
How do you think you look on those hills?
You know, I like to run the hills. You know, that stuff's pretty steep from what I understand. So, I mean, the really steep stuff is not necessarily my forte. It's like that gradual, just grind it out type of climb, which is really where I excel on the climbs. But and then the descents too. So we'll see. You know, I mean, I've never run out there, so I'm excited just to check it out and soak in the atmosphere and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, congrats on your race yesterday. Let's not focus on that, but and good luck in your training the next couple months.
Congrats on your race too, Bryon. This guy ran a PR 19:25.
Excellent. 24, something like that. Yeah, thanks.
Well done. All right.
Cheers.